What's up, gamers? This is Proto here, and welcome to another episode of Like or Dislike, where we look at some of the latest games that's coming out, give you a little bit of the story of it, tell you what we like about it, list some pros and cons, and show you some gameplay at the same time. And this is Proto here, and we are looking at Just Cause 4. Now, I'm sorry I took a little extra time to get this one up. This is one game I have been looking forward to playing, so I've actually took a lot more time just playing around with it. But we're gonna dive into the game, and like I said, you got to excuse me. This is one game I have really been looking forward to, so I have to try to keep my fanboy side of this series down. But in this game, this series, you find out about a weather machine that your father helped create with the main bad guy, and you're trying to put a stop to it while figuring out the mystery of his death. Now, if you played the previous games, a lot of things that they talk about in the cutscenes will make sense, but if you haven't, it won't be a big deal and you won't be in a total loss. So it doesn't hurt if you haven't played the previous games. But this plays like a traditional open world sandbox game. You start up an army to fight back the control of the enemy and start freeing areas of the country while rallying them to your army. Now, this series of games is known for senseless destruction, and it doesn't skip it here. Nearly every single thing can be destroyed, and they don't skip on the explosions or the crazy weapons you can use. Not all the enemies are a pushover, so you really gotta be careful. A lot of the stronger enemies, they will attack you in groups. They'll use the lower enemies to distract you while they hit you. So when you fight them, you gotta put a little bit of strategy in how you want to fight them. You can't just go head first into them, because some of them will know that and will take advantage of you on that. So that, just to give you a heads up, the enemies are not a pushover, so just keep that in mind. Now, you do different missions for your team members to help progress the story like normal, and they actually change up building the chaos in this version of the game. Now, in all the other previous Just Cause games, you cause chaos, and that's how you generate a chaos bar, which unlocks new abilities and for different things for you to do. In this one, you have the chaos bar, but you fill it up to get more members for your army, and then you use those members of your army to take over sections of the land from the enemy. Now, sometimes it's hard to fill up that bar because there isn't a lot to destroy at the enemy bases, but once you get the enemies coming for you, it starts filling up pretty fast. And that's one of the kind of things that kind of turned me off a little, because like I said, looking back at the previous Just Causes, you had objectives where you had to destroy everything of an entire base, and you built up a lot of chaos doing that. But in this turn, you do have stuff you destroy on the bases, but it's not like you have to destroy the entire base. Now, as you start causing destruction on the base, they start sending everybody after you. So as long as you got forces keep coming after you, you can fill up your chaos bar pretty fast. So it is a kind of change of pace if you play the previous Just Cause games. Now, members can give you mods to the gadgets for your grappling hook, so you can customize the craziness you can do with them. And they let you unlock fast travel early in the game, which definitely helps out because the map on this game is extremely large. So if you had to traverse it without fast travel, it would probably kill off a lot of people, because it would just take a lot of time just to get to certain areas. But it is nice when you do the fast travel, because you basically just jump out of a plane and you can either wingsuit down to your objective, you can glide down, you can take your parachute, or you could dive bomb and then grapple all the way to the very end. Now, be careful with that, because I have came across glitches where I actually went under the map and didn't really kill myself, but somehow I got in the water. So keep in mind for that. If you're looking for some glitches, let me know if you see any. Now, graphics wise, this game is very gorgeous. The footage, all this footage that you guys are seeing is being taken from an Xbox One X. Now, they did a good job with the detail of the characters. Mouth sync was very good. Nobody's voice was really like off sync from when they was talking. But some things in the world are a lot more detailed than some other things, and you'll see it, especially in the cutscenes. If you're looking at the background, you can definitely tell that some things are more in detail than others. But this has never been a game, this series has never been a series where everything is fine detail. But they did take advantage of the Xbox One X, and I'm sure the PS4 Pro and PC settings, to make certain things like your characters, what they wear, what they use, very detailed. But with all that said, let's go into the pros and cons of the game. And we'll start off with the pros. First, they do give you a lot to do. even with this huge map, they give you a lot of things to do. Not only with the members of your army that you're doing with, they'll basically give you objectives that you can do on the map. You have certain areas in a region that you have to take down before you can move your forces in. But what I kind of like is, as you're progressing to it, sometimes little random events pop up that your members ask you to do or that you could take out. So that kind of changes it up a little. Now the next pro we're gonna look at, customization of the gadgets, and which I think is pretty cool. Like I said, you get like 3 different mods that you can use with your grappler, and as you start doing missions for your team members, they start giving you access to different mods for those specific gadgets. And depending on your playstyle, that can definitely change things. It can make things extremely easy for you, can make things extremely crazy for the enemy, and that's pretty cool. Because in the last one, you pretty much, the only new thing of that one was your wingsuit. Now, if you got the expansions, you got the other craziness of it. But that was pretty much it for that. So to see them doing some more customization, I really like that. That was definitely changed the pace, because you could always switch stuff up on the fly. And the third pro, which will always be a pro of this game, is the mindless destruction. It's just the sheer destructionness of this. You just start a fight and it could turn out to a whole war. And like I said, they don't skip on the destruction, the explosions, and the graphics are on point when you're taking out enemies and you just blowing stuff up. So that will always be a pro for this game. Now that we're done with the pros, let's take a look at the cons. Now, the first con we have to look at, the missions can be repetitive. I know that might kind of sound counterproductive, or it might sound hypocritical, the first one, but sometimes the missions can be repetitive in the sense where you have to complete a mission doing the same way you did mission probably like 3 or 4 missions ago. So it can be a little bit repetitive, but they do try to spice it up with each one, which makes it a little good. But to some people, that can get annoying. Oh, I gotta do this all over again just in a different area. Yeah, so they can be a little bit repetitive. The next one, the chaos, how they changed you generated chaos. Me myself, at first, I really didn't like it. But when I started understanding how to use it, it made sense. But me, just playing all the other previous Just Causes, I like how the old chaos meter would feel. I prefer that style of chaos. Now, if you never played any other Just Causes, this won't be anything new to you. But if you play previous Just Cause games, then yeah, you might feel a little turned off from that. And the last con we're gonna look at, driving the vehicles in this world, even though they are very destructive, they are very detailed, they all have unique weapons and abilities, they drive very crappy. And it sucks because you have certain missions where you have to be on the ground and you have to drive. Now, the beauty of this game is using your grappling hook, your parachute, and your wingsuit to get around. But sometimes you do have ground missions where you have to drive vehicles, and a lot of times the vehicles are not that responsive. So that can turn some people off. Now, at the end of it, I have to give the game a like. These cons really don't push anybody away from the game because it's just so much to do. They're, like I said, cons that I've seen. If you guys have cons you definitely didn't like, let me know in the comments. But I don't think these cons will really push anybody away from the game. If you just like mindless, senseless destruction, just having fun and just causing chaos, this is definitely the game for you. The Just Cause series has never been one of those series like with a very deep narrative story or a detailed system or RPG elements. It's just how much destruction can you cause and how crazy can you do it? And that's what I love about this series. This has always been a series of games that I can just play just to have fun. And I'm tired of playing serious games or games that have a lot of critical thinking. I just want to play a game, have fun, and cause destruction. I come to games like this. But that's what I think about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you guys got the game, if you haven't got the game, what you like about it so far. What are some of the changes that you like, that you don't like? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We post videos of things going on in the gaming and tech world. Do reviews on some of the latest games. Review tech that's out to help make sure you're getting the most for your money. Do top 10 of the newest games coming out every month and so much more. Make sure to follow us on our Facebook and IG page so you can keep up to date with what's going on with us here at the Average Gamer Crew. If you want to reach out to me or InfamouslyTy here on the channel, or if you want to let us know something that's going on in the gaming and tech community. Catch us streaming on Twitch and Mixer. You can catch me on Mixer every Monday and Wednesday, and Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday. But this is Proto, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.